All right, YouTube. I've been tasked with repairing this name tag. You can see it has some studs on the back and just a strip of metal with some magnets that hold it all in place, and it has failed. So I want to show you today how I get the best results out of using super glue. You're going to have to read the directions. There's some plastics, I think PET. There's a few things it doesn't stick to, but I think I can successfully repair this, at least for the duration that I need it to work. So let's get started. I'll show you how I do it. So what you'll need for this is some sort of sandpaper. I generally don't get anything too crazy for plastic. This is just some 3M wet or dry from the hardware store. Nothing fancy. You get a small enough piece here, and you're just going to want to take and sand your plastic a little bit. This is going to allow for some mechanical adhesion. It just gives the super glue, it gives it a tooth to stick into. Once again, you don't have to get too carried away. And I don't see an orientation on my metal piece that the magnet sticks to, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to sand this to give it a little scratch. You know, I don't want to polish it. I just want some scratches in there to allow the glue to stick. And you know, same thing. We're going to sand that. Now that we got it sanded, we need to wipe the dust off. I prefer these blue shop towels, just something lint-free. Get the dust off there, and hopefully my wife doesn't mind, but I have some nail polish remover. You could use acetone, brake parts cleaner. You got to be careful with the type of plastic you're using, because this can melt it. You know, once again, you don't have to get carried away. But if you can avoid it, you don't want the oil from your skin on the repair. It's just, it's going to allow the adhesive to stick better. Then what we're using today is just Loctite super glue. Nothing fancy. Just gonna put a little. And I usually like to put a little bit on the other piece too. Don't have to use too much. So there you go. The next thing I'm going to do with this is put some weight on it. What I have here is a scented candle, but I'm just going to put some weight on that if I can. May or may not help, but I'm going to let it sit overnight. You'll have to read your directions. Most super glue will set up to the touch in about 10 minutes, but it takes about 24 hours to cure fully. So we're just going to let that set, and we should have a good repair. All right. Just to recap that, you're going to want sandpaper, something, yeah, you know, if you're working in the shop, it could be brake parts cleaner, depending on what you're cleaning. I used acetone today, and just whatever super glue is available to you. This is gel. It actually works pretty nice. Nothing real exciting, but hopefully that helps someone out. Thanks a lot, YouTube.